What is up, guys? Chunky back here on my channel. I'm finally back for a film review. Yes, I'm reviewing a movie. It has been so long. It's actually been so long since I've been to the cinemas, so I am wrapped. With that said, guys, Doctor Strange, the latest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's see how it stacks up. Firstly, guys, I know nothing about Doctor Strange. I know that he is a sort of a wizard. Before I saw this film, he had mystical powers. That's all I knew. So for me, this was really an entry into who Doctor Strange was. And with that said, guys, I'm actually quite satisfied. Firstly, the brief plot. So Doctor Strange, or Dr. Stephen Strange, is a neurosurgeon. He's very talented. He's very clever. He's very sarcastic. He's almost like House. If you guys have seen House, he's practically a House of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I'm so glad that someone like Benedict Cumberbatch got to play that because he's really good at sarcasm. One night driving to a certain event, he has a car accident. This car accident is basically a ridiculous over-the-top accident. I don't know how he survives, but regardless, his hands are practically crushed. He wakes up in hospital, his hands have all been repaired, he's got pins everywhere, his hands are ruined. So as a neurosurgeon, can't use his hands. So once modern medicine fails him, he has no other option, he looks to mystical medicine. That's all I'm going to say about the plot. Obviously from there, he learns how to become a sorcerer and Doctor Strange is born. I'm not going to go into spoilers after that. I'm just going to talk about what I did like and what I didn't like about the film. However, if you do want to talk about spoilers, if you have seen the film, I will be doing a spoiler video in the future. This is for guys who haven't seen the film, so I'm keeping it short and sweet. Firstly, besides the plot, a problem that I had from the start of this film is we didn't get to stick with Doctor Strange enough before he had the accident. So when he wakes up and his hands are wrecked, you're supposed to feel so sorry for him. But all that we had seen before that moment was just sarcasm and him being so cocky and being a dick to other people. So it's hard to really care as much as the film wants you to. But then again, knowing the situation, it does play off as a real tragedy, so you do feel somewhat sorry for him. There's a scene even in his hospital bed, they said to him, nobody could have done better, and he says, well, I could have done better. And it's funny because he's supposed to feel the tragedy of the situation, but he's still being cocky. So it makes it just a touch harder to really relate to the character when they are so above everyone else in how they view and how they perceive things. The supporting characters are good. Tilda Swinton is the Ancient One, and I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to chuck it down there. He was good as well as Mordo. They were great supporting characters. They kind of played off Doctor Strange really well. It was good to see them fight alongside Doctor Strange. Now, Mads Mikkelsen plays the villain of this film. I think it was Kaecilius, something like that. Pretty sure it was Kaecilius. Now, he's not a bad villain. I think Mads Mikkelsen is a fantastic actor. And he does well with the material that he's given. But it just plays to the same Marvel trope. These villains aren't fleshed out enough. They're already villains by the time we meet them. And they don't really have much significance in the general Marvel universe. And they kind of have a very simplistic goal. I'm not going to say what that goal is as far as Doctor Strange goes, but these characters aren't as fleshed out as I want them to be. They're not as intimidating. Then again, for the material that Mads Mikkelsen was given, good villain. Not terrible, just okay. However, on the good side, the action scenes are quite good. They're quite entertaining. The humor works in some scenes. If you saw in the trailer, what's this, my mantra? It's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages. Stuff like that works. You get a chuckle, but then there's a couple scenes that don't work, specifically when you meet a character called Wong. I didn't really laugh as much. I get what it was going for, but it feels a tad forced. Overall, guys, this is a worthy addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's entertaining, and it definitely holds its own weight. It's not as good as the Avengers films. It's not as good as some standalone films, namely Iron Man, where we're introduced to a new character, but at the same time, it does hold its own weight in certain aspects. So therefore, I'm going to give this film a solid watch. If you're a Marvel fan, a superhero fan, an action film fan, you will get some enjoyment out of this film. This film is bad by no means. And given that I know nothing about Doctor Strange, a surprisingly good time. With that said, guys, that's it from me. This has been Chunky. If you want to know more about Doctor Strange, I will be doing a spoiler-filled review, a talk in the future if you want to know more and you want to know my more detailed thoughts. If you haven't seen the film, I hope this is enough for you to get a grasp on what you will be expecting. If you're new to the channel, guys, subscribe to keep up with all my upcoming content. If you've got a compatible device, you can press that button right there. That's a subscribe button. And if you haven't seen my channel recently, my last video will be up there. That's it from me, guys. This has been Chunky, and I shall see you soon on Chunky's Reviews.
Looking for you.